congratulations into the quarterfinals of the Betfred World Matchplay. You haven't done it the easy way, that's for sure.
You ask my family, I never do anything the easy way. It has to always be the hard way, and it's one of them games. I'm smiling now. I'm really happy. If I'd have lost that, I'd have been devastated because it was such a struggle for me, and I don't know why. I felt really good on the practice board, and when I went up there, everything felt short. I couldn't find the treble 20, and I was trying harder and harder to try and find it, and it just wasn't happening for me. And sometimes, some days they go, sometimes they don't. They didn't go for me today, but I'm very, very happy that I got through in the end, and feel very lucky about it.
Those first two sessions, I don't think I've ever seen you so animated when you were missing. Was that something that you were conscious of?
Not really. I'm animated anyway. A lot of people see that I moan a lot. But it's because I expect a lot of myself. That's just the way I am. I expect a lot, and maybe if I didn't act that way sometimes, that I wouldn't be able to push myself. And what the hell is that noise? Do you mind? I am. Do you know what? That's just who I am. Is that I'm an animated person. Some people are, some people ain't. And I'm not a bratty person. It's just I just try and get myself going. Sometimes it's just who I am, and I don't know how I was acting. I don't know, but yeah, probably because I was disappointed that they weren't really going where I wanted to.
After last night, you came into today as the tournament favourite. Did you feel that extra pressure being the favourite?
No, I didn't, because in my mind I don't feel the favourite. I think there's a lot of people have been saying, this is yours to win now. This is Luke's major. You can't lose it from here. There's 7 fantastic other players still left. It's not like this is no one in the top 32 left for me to beat. There's Nathan Aspinall, Chris Dobie, Joe Cullen, Ryan Searle. There's all these great players still to beat. This is Johnny Clayton. This is not a foregone conclusion for me. I'm a realist. I know that I ain't going to be gifted this time. I've got to work very, very hard in the next 3 games to win. So I've got a tough game next game. I'll have a tough game the game after. I'll have a tough game in the final if I get there. So, for me, this is going to be still a tough major to win. When
you're chasing Dirk there towards the end, knowing that he'd missed big darts against you previously, were you kind of expecting him to miss them again?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't expecting him to miss, but he seemed to do a lot against me. And when I went 10-all, that's when, in my mind I'm thinking, Dirk's probably thinking now I should have put him away and I haven't. What am I doing? And that's when I thought, when the game was 10-all, I thought, I know this game's in the balance now. If I can put him under pressure, I can win. And then I started trying too hard on his throw. But then in the end, I found that break, and with the 87, I think it was, or the 88, sorry. So a couple of crucial finishes in that game that really dug me over the line, but my finishing really wasn't up to scratch throughout the whole game. It helped me out in the end.
Luke, congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
Luke, are you pleased with how you managed to hang in, definitely in the mid stages of the game, and sort of keep on the sort of tails of Dirk in that game?
Yeah, very, very, very proud of myself. 2 years ago I would have lost that game, and I probably would have never believed in my own ability, but that's changed now. I think when you grow up and you play a lot of darts, and you play a lot, you go through a lot of experiences, and there's been many times on the Pro Tour, on the Euro Tour, on the TV stage where I've been behind. Rob Cross, for an instance, in the Worlds, Chris Davey in the Worlds, all these little instances where I've been behind and come back and won. So you have to just believe that you can come back. And most of the time in them experiences I've been playing well, but tonight I just didn't play well. Like I said, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you play well, sometimes you don't. And tonight I just didn't play well. But in the end, I found my level, and I got over the line in the end.
Damon Hatter up next for you. I'd like to get your thoughts on his progression so far, and also the walk-ons which we've been treated to.
Well, hopefully we can wrap the test at the cup to get Johnny Bairstow to walk out with me, and then give Damon a bit of stick. But no, his walk-ons are great. It's not an act for Damon. He's a lovely guy, and he's a great guy, and this is his bit of fun. And if I was a fan in the crowd, I'd be loving it. It's not an act. This is just who Damon is. He's a fun-loving guy, and I think it's hilarious. To be honest, I love it, so I'll have a laugh before he walks out. But for me, I'm much more serious when I walk onto that stage. I like to focus and preach my darts and make sure they go well.
Do you think some players could take that the wrong way? What Damon does?
What Damon does? No. Because if you take it to heart, you're being too serious. I think what he's doing is a bit of fun, it's a bit of banter, and I think the crowd see that. But if he carries on doing it, that's fine. But me, I think the crowd, won't be on his side. They'll be on my side because I'm English. So, it's only going to hinder him. But, that's up to him.
Cheers, Luke.
Thank you.
Luke, how tense did it feel up there for you both?
it didn't feel tense at the start until it got to the closing stages. Then my arm started to tighten up. It didn't at the start. I just didn't play well at all. That's just the best way I can describe it. I just didn't play my best, and 9 times out of 10 I probably would have been walking off or say going home and being very disappointed in myself. But I showed that bit of grit and determination to pull the game back and pretty much dig everything I had out the locker to come back at Dirk. And in the end, when I knew the game was available for me to win, that's when my arm tightened up. And it doesn't usually, but these are big circumstances. We're in the World Matchplay in the quarterfinals when you're the favourite and everybody thinks you're going to win, wants you to win. Yeah, my arm did tighten up a bit, but I found that a little bit in the end.
Do you think we're seeing the start of a great new rivalry between yourself and Dirk? That's 2 classics in the last few weeks.
Yeah, do you know what I do? But it's funny enough, we don't play our best against each other, and it's strange. But I think as a dart player, but as a fan, because I love the game so much, sometimes them games are better than 105 averages against each other because they're just drama. Everything's drama, missing, hitting, then you're missing, then you can't hit. I just think them games are fantastic, and me and Dirk have them games. One day when we both find it, we could smash some stats out of the water because we got that high scoring level that not many people can reach.
And obviously an Ashes battle between yourself and Damon up next. Do you think having the crowd on your side will play a factor as well? Well,
it's certainly going to help me if anything, because the crowd were on my side throughout that whole game. It drove me to win. I think that was a key factor on the game as well. I can't forget that. The crowd were fantastic. They were really pushing me to win, and the hair stick up on the back of your neck when the crowd, every single person's wanting you to win. It's a great feeling. But Damo with his Australian walk-ons, the crowd ain't going to be on his side. So first to 16, I think, in the quarters is going to be a hard scenario for him because I'm not going to be giving in. I'm going to be, going all guns blazing here to try and put him away.
Which players left in the field do you play your best against?
Every single one of them. When I'm on my game, I can beat anybody, but everyone left in the competition can also beat me as well. So, I don't think there's a foregone conclusion now. I don't think there's anybody favourite, much as I will be. I think we can all win the title. I think we're all going to be looking at it thinking this is a great draw for us all, great opportunity for us all. I think Nathan Asper I play well against. I'd love to play him in the final just so I'm good friends with him or Joe, because get on well with them both. But there's no friends on the hockey. Got a couple of tough games to win before I can even think about getting to the final.
Yeah. You said it's a great opportunity for all of you, but I guess it means the heartbreak is more when you feel the draw's opened up if someone loses.
Yeah, you're right. I think sometimes when you think it's your biggest opportunity to win the second biggest major on tour, if you don't pull through, there could be some heartbreak there for sure for all of us. But like I said, there's so many good players left. You can't be too heartbroken about things because we've got 7 fantastic players still left. So anyone can win it, and I could play the best game of my life and get through the next game and then lose in the semis or lose in the final. But I'm just going to take each game as it comes, try and get through the next one against Damo and see where we go from there.
Just one last one. If I'd told you at the start of the tournament by the quarterfinals you'd be the highest ranked player, would you have been shocked?
A little bit, yeah. I would have been a little bit, just because I think you'd have fancied at least 1 or 2 to still be in. But on the other hand, not, because this game now is evolving to the point where I don't think anybody's not beatable anymore. I think 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, you could pretty much guarantee who was going to win 9 times out of 10 for each draw. But nowadays you can't. I think it's such an open field. I think the top 32 is as open as it's ever been in darts. I think anybody can win, and like I said, being favourite doesn't mean anything. I think this is the openest sport's ever been, and what more exciting can it be for the fans to watch?
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Congratulations.